January 5th, 2026, Donut Lab confirms the world's first solid-state battery in production vehicles shipping to customers right now. No lithium, no cobalt, 5-minute full charge, 100,000 cycles. That's 100 years of daily use. These specs alone put them 4 years ahead of Toyota's research timeline. But here's what's strange. At CES 2026, they displayed empty battery housings with 0 working cells visible. So, are Verge motorcycles really running on revolutionary tech today? Or is this an elaborate illusion? Let's dive right in. Let's start with what Donut Lab is actually claiming, because these numbers deserve your full attention. Their all-solid-state battery delivers 400 Wh per kilogram, nearly double Tesla's 4,680 cells. It's sodium-ion based, meaning 0 lithium, 0 cobalt, no rare earth metals required. The charging time, 5 minutes to full. The lifespan, 100,000 cycles, which translates to 100 years if you charge it daily. If you've followed battery tech for any length of time, your brain should be screaming right now. Those numbers don't just push boundaries. They obliterate the fundamental trade-offs that have defined battery chemistry for 3 decades. Fast charging destroys lifespan. High energy density requires expensive materials. Safety compromises performance. Donut Lab claims to have solved all of them simultaneously, which brings us to the moment that turned excitement into suspicion. At CES 2026, the world's biggest tech showcase where companies bet their reputations, Donut Lab displayed battery modules, housings, and enclosures. Beautiful packaging, professional presentation. But visitors saw 0 working cells, no charging demo, no discharge test, nothing cycling in real time. For an industry still haunted by Theranos, this absence triggered immediate alarm bells. The backlash was swift and brutal. Engineers called it vaporware. Researchers compared it to past battery scandals. Donut Lab's CEO tried to explain that their strategy focused on OEM partnerships, not public demos. But that explanation satisfied almost no one. In the court of public opinion, empty display cases equal empty promises. Except there's a twist that changes everything about this narrative. According to multiple reports, including coverage from Electrek, fully functional battery packs have already been shipped to OEM and authorized research institutions. Not prototypes, production-grade packs currently undergoing real-world testing under strict non-disclosure agreements. These partners can test charge, time, cycle life, and thermal stability, while being explicitly prohibited from opening the cells or publicly disclosing internal structures. This reframes the entire controversy. The batteries aren't missing, they're just not publicly exposed. And from a competitive standpoint, this approach isn't as irrational as it initially appears. Donut Lab's CEO openly acknowledges that competitors will inevitably buy Verge motorcycles, tear the battery packs apart, and analyze every layer. His argument isn't that this won't happen. It's that delaying it by even a few weeks provides critical first-mover advantage for supplier negotiations and market positioning. But here's what I find most interesting about this strategy. Companies planning to quietly fade away rarely anchor their reputation to an imminent verification window they don't control. Donut Lab has publicly tied its credibility to external testing timelines. That's an extremely risky position if the technology doesn't exist or doesn't perform as claimed. Either they're confident the data will vindicate them, or they're executing the boldest bluff in battery history. The skepticism intensifies when you consider who's making these claims. Donut Lab is a Finnish startup with fewer than a dozen technical staff. Meanwhile, Toyota has spent decades and billions of dollars on solid-state batteries, accumulated thousands of patents, and built entire research divisions. Toyota still projects limited production around 2027. Against that backdrop, the idea that a tiny startup could leapfrog one of the most technologically disciplined companies in the world feels almost offensive to common sense. But I need to push back on this assumption because history repeatedly undermines it. Lithium-ion batteries themselves didn't emerge from the largest corporations. They arose from specific breakthroughs in material science. Layered oxide cathodes, graphite intercalation anodes, often pioneered by small research teams before being industrialized by giants. Scale didn't create the chemistry. Scale followed once the chemistry proved viable. Toyota's struggle with solid-state batteries has been less about theoretical feasibility and more about manufacturing realities. Crystalline solid electrolytes are brittle. They crack under mechanical stress. Dendrites form during cycling. If Donut Lab's claims are accurate, independent verification data will emerge as NDAs expire. Real-world Verge motorcycle owners will report performance metrics. Third-party labs will publish test results. The technology will either survive external scrutiny or it won't. If Donut Lab is wrong, the industry absorbs another lesson about hype cycles and moves on. But if they're right, even partially right, we're watching the lithium era end, not with a dramatic collapse, but with a quiet shift in manufacturing priorities. That's how genuine disruption usually happens, not with fanfare, but with a gradual realization that the old assumptions no longer hold. So, here's my honest assessment. The internal logic of Donut Lab's claims is no longer pure fantasy. There's a coherent, if unconventional, material science narrative that connects the pieces. The business strategy, while frustrating for transparency advocates, makes rational sense from a competitive survival standpoint. But extraordinary claims still demand extraordinary evidence. Donut Lab hasn't provided the level of transparent, independently verified data the scientific community rightfully expects. The absence of working demos at CES, regardless of strategic justification, damage their credibility in ways that will take verified data to repair. What I find most compelling is this. They've placed themselves in a position where deception becomes impossible to sustain within months. That's either extreme confidence or extreme foolishness. We're about to find out which. What's your take on this? Do you think Donut Lab is 4 years ahead of Toyota, or are they executing an elaborate bluff that's about to collapse? Drop your analysis in the comments, because this debate is just getting started. So, here's the answer to the question we started with. Are Verge motorcycles really running on revolutionary tech today? Or is this an elaborate illusion? The truth is coming faster than any battery breakthrough in history. Donut Lab hasn't given themselves years to quietly pivot. They've committed to verification in months, not decades. Real Verge owners will report performance. NDAs will expire. Independent labs will publish data. There's no room for ambiguity. And here's what matters most. If Donut Lab succeeds, lithium's monopoly on energy storage becomes optional. Supply chains restructure. Countries without lithium reserves suddenly compete on equal footing. Manufacturing economics shift overnight. That's the real disruption. Not just faster charging, but the geopolitical reshuffling when critical materials become unnecessary. The next 6 months will be definitive. Either we're witnessing the end of the lithium era, or we're documenting another cautionary tale about battery hype. Either way, this moment matters because the timeline is finally short enough to deliver answers. If this analysis brought you value, hit that like button right now. Then drop your prediction in the comments. Will Donut Lab prove revolutionary or collapse under scrutiny? Do you think lithium's dominance is ending or just beginning its longest chapter? I genuinely want your take on this. If you want more analysis that connects technical claims to real-world implications, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss when we break down the next development, because the evidence is already shipping to test facilities as we speak. The lithium era didn't ask permission to begin. It won't ask permission to end.